Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Guard bringing you all another commentary video. We got some MW2 rankedplay gameplay going on Embassy. We're on a hard point. I'm running the Vaznev again. And like I said in my last video, I've been trying to work on my SMG game as much as I can. So whenever I get a chance to run the SMG, the Vaznev in particular, I'm pulling the Vaznev out. So here we are on Embassy, and this was I wasn't intending on uploading this particular gameplay, but um, it was a really good game. It was a really tight game towards the end. Unfortunately, we do end up losing the game, but I just wanted to show what went down, talk about what I was thinking as I was playing this game. So right here, I'm just chilling behind this door. I'm basically sound whoring. I'm listening for any sound cues there, and I hear that one person's on the point here. So I just wait, go back, I go into laundry, and juke out the cam, come back around and get the easy kill. But I get traded out immediately by that guy that was sitting top bridge on the little catwalk between gas and P3, I think P3, yeah. So yeah, then I come back around here, I go to top ED. I get a sound cue here, and the guy on the other team that I just killed there goes and on the mag and says, "How did he know I was there?" But I actually got a sound cue when he was shifting around over there trying to get into a better position by the window. So I picked up that easy kill, but again I got traded by that kid that's sitting top paper. So we keep it pushing. One thing that I've been trying to work on, especially when I'm running the Vaznev or any SMG, is just more on the fly decision making. Basically, what I mean by that is, I play AR so much that you learn to become a little bit slower, and I get team killed here for whatever reason. You play a little bit slower. You're a little bit more methodical in the sense that you're trying to always pick up cuts. You're always trying to pick up, overextensions and things like that. But with the SMG, you're supposed to be, depending on the style, right? Because I was playing more of like an entry sub, so, just going in there, jump in, try to get as many kills as it can, open the hill up for my teammates. But other times I was also playing more like a Slayer, just roaming around, trying to get, trying to pick up kills and feed the gaps as much as I can. So basically, just trying to fill those two roles depending on what I was required on the map. The issue here was I think this whole entire game I was the only SMG on my team. All three other teammates were running the TAC 56 at one point or another for the majority of the game. So it was kind of hard, trying to do this, be this aggressive SMG while my teammates were all running slower sort of classes and weapons. Um, which is one thing that kind of annoys me, which I always say on the mics whenever I spawn into a game. Like, look around, see what your teammates are running. If you already see two tacks out, just if you can, pull out the Vaznev. If you can't, then I guess it is what it is. But it's more beneficial if you have at least two subs running around, putting pressure on the map here. So again, the play that I just did right here, coming from top PD, going to back PD, and then challenging tennis was kind of a little bit awkward. But but that's what really I've been trying to work on. Is just having a play in mind that I'm gonna do after doing one play, so that way I can get to that next step quicker, right? I get a kill here, move up. I get a kill there, turn around, do this. That's the on the fly decision making that I want to improve on, especially playing as an SMG. I've been really trying to work on my flex gameplay. Being able to pull out the TAC 56 when I need to, being able to pull out the Vaznev when I need to, just to fill those roles. But this, as we continue watching this gameplay here, we can see that we're still down. Actually, we're down almost 60 points to the team that we're playing here. And again, simply put, it's just, we don't have enough pressure on the map here. My teammates aren't heating up, but I'm trying my best to do what I can. And one thing I noticed playing with these guys was that we had a bit of an issue of leaving the hill white a lot of times, and it came back to bite us in the ass, especially towards the end, where it gets really, really crucial that we get on time. We get some time on the point. Um, but yeah, so let's keep it pushing here. I'll respawn out tennis. I decided to wrap back P3, and teammate gets a kill over here. So I'm following him through. And again, one thing that I've been trying to do as much as I can is listening to sound cues. Again, here I get a sound cue from somebody rushing back gas, so I decide to wait him out, lure him closer, and then jump out and chow and get that easy one. But yeah, Now here we're pushing into P5. This is the one spot you always got to check whenever you're running into P5. There's always going to be somebody sitting in that cafe corner on top of those tables. So you just want to always jump chow that. And if you don't see anything there, then you pre-aim towards bottom orange, that doorway that is directly across from cafe. Always pre-aim that as well. That's one of those, you know, uh, places that are notorious for having somebody play. So we pick up some good time here. Again, we're still down quite a bit. We're down almost 60 points. And so, we're getting into desperation mode as we're halfway through this game. Clock's running down. We're still down. We can't really hold hills for that long. Over here, I get spotted. So I go on top of these stairwells here, and then I turn back around because I get a sound cue, and I pick up this kill over here and the kid in the stairwell. And so, my goal here was trying to maintain this side of the map as much as I can. So that's why I'm picking this up. I'm looking gas. I'm coming back towards B2 because if we have control of this side, if we lock this down and we keep him spawning towards gas, towards tennis, we can chain P1 and P2 together. So I pick up somebody's tag here, but it doesn't do me any good. That kid spawns back PD for some reason, and so we lose those P2 spawns. So I'm assuming that he spawned, tennis and decided to um, wrap around and teammates didn't see him, and I get team killed again, or he just got the lucky spawn and spawned behind us PD. But then we get gifted with these spawns, and now we have rotations towards B2. So it's our job here to make sure we hold this down. One thing that I was at times was sort of getting to me was the fact that I was running a dead silence class and not um, a trophy class. I have a trophy Vaznev class that I run, especially on this map. But for whatever reason, I wanted to play a little bit more selfish on here because again, it was kind of tough being one of only one SMG at the times, and the other SMG wasn't really firing that hard at times. BK, I think, was the only other person that pulled out an SMG during this game. So yeah, like I was running a more selfish class here. But for the most part, I feel like if you're playing on Hardpoint, especially on maps like this, where sound, not sound, I mean like running dead sounds isn't really that important when you're trying to make a play because the map is a lot smaller than most of the other maps, and you don't really need to be moving too sneakily to make a play. You can always be able to make a play even without dead silence running. So I usually run the trophy class, but on this game in particular, I decided to run the dead silence class just to be a little bit more selfish. Over here, I didn't see what this kid was, even though I got a hit marker with my stun and nade. But then I realized he's behind this block, so I chow it. This kid coming up the stairs just there's this I don't know what's going on with that spot in particular, but there's like a split second for when a person is coming up the stairs and when they get I mean not the stairs the ladder, and when they get off the ladder, like they're almost in like God mode. You can't kill them, and they can get away with shooting you though, but you can't touch them. And that kid over here got some unfortunate spawns, and gave me a free kill. So again, I got a two-piece there, as you guys saw on outside of bathrooms, and I get the third kill here, but we still somehow didn't have control of the point. But I finally make my way up here, and we tie the game, and we take the lead going into P4 in bottom PD. So this is where things start to get really, really good. We build up almost a nice little gap, but it doesn't really amount to anything towards the end because, as I said before, we end up losing the game. But that's neither here nor there. Just continuing the game here. Decided here to pop that silence. Shout towards the left here, but this kid is already watching it, and there was a kid in the stairwell door, so I lose that gunfight. Luckily, my teammates are there to get the trades, and we're all good. So I go back and pick up side stairwell here. I try to skip the stun grenade off this little block here, but it just bounces back. It doesn't even bounce. It just lands completely flat, and I stun myself. Then I get double child back PD. Nothing I can do there, even though I try to get one. And we move on, basically. I think I go back and reach how this point again. I think I might have gotten like one or two. Nope, I don't get a kill here. So I spawn out and I decide. I think I spawn orange, right by orange, and I decide to go new. And again, this is the hill. I was kind of my money hill per se. I was doing pretty good on this point. So I go back in there. I get one kill in cafe. Teammate picks up a kill back cafe, and we have two teammates P1. So we had a pretty good setup going here. But then, two people go gas for whatever reason, and now we're playing kind of a little too tight on this point. Usually you can get away with only having two people on the point, one person in this area, in this cafe area, maybe one person cafe watching the overextension from P2, and you can get a pretty decent hold here. But we don't, we're a little confused at times. Again, but that's the issue playing with randoms. Setups aren't really much of a thing. Everybody's kind of playing their own game, but trying to fill the gaps as much as possible. But it gets a little hard where our setups get kind of mixy, and we aren't able to do much or to hold a full point. So again, we build up a pretty decent lead here. Now, in fact, we hold this point, this P5, all the way to the end. We milk every single second off of it. Um, as I say that, we get broken, but we held majority of that point, which was good for us because now we're up, at 20 some points, which is good for us. I think I get another sound cue here. Yep, I get a sound cue from below. I pick up the kill, go back up to top papers. Look at the point here. So I'm kind of just trying to anchor or just keep the hill as wide as possible. My teammates get in there. Here I get stuck in the doorway and I get picked off, which is unfortunate. And they get top papers and I think they break the point here. Yeah, they do. They break the point. So I decided to chow out from P2, make sure nothing's front. Again, it's important. I was thinking ahead of here, just in case if we don't win it up at P1, we can come back over here. As you can see, again, the hill there was white for quite a bit. I don't know why my teammates just were avoiding the hill as much as possible. But I make a play for top papers, and I even clear out the point here. And my teammate jumps on the point, but he gets traded immediately. And again, there's two of them over there, so I don't understand how we. I was looking towards their laundry side here, but they both die on the point. But again, I trade out. I get a 2, jump on the point, get as many points here, trying to bring us as close as possible as we can towards 245, 250. Again, we got 4 down here. The last 3 down, last person on the point. I challenge, and then my teammate decides to body block me and give up a 2-piece. And this is where everything goes to hell. We can't break this hill for whatever the reason. Um, Again, I try to make a play. Everybody was hitting the hill from the front. This kid was going in a streak, so I get that free kill while he's on the tablet there. I pick up 2 here. Last guy on the point, he's on the front. Again, I get traded out because he's laying prone there, and my aim assist just didn't want to work with me. But we have an advantage there. There's just one person on the point. Just stay down, watch over each other. But as that happens, 2 teammates go down. I try and go chow here. I get contest as much as I possibly can, but I get pinched because everybody keeps dying around me, and that ends up being the game. So this was again a pretty good game, a pretty close game, a pretty very close game. I dropped 34, a minute and 12 in the hill. I tried to do as much as I can, but it just didn't work out. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any feedback. If you enjoyed the gameplay, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. More videos twice a week coming to you guys next week. Be on the lookout for that. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Twitch, streams regular, and I'll see you guys on the next video.